History is filled with tales of betrayal, ambition, and cruelty, but few are as chilling as the story of the emperor who was tortured to death with glowing iron rods. His crime: ruling an empire that greedy and envious conspirators sought to control for themselves. His enemies, driven by an insatiable hunger for power, devised a brutal punishment that would not only kill him but also serve as a gruesome spectacle, a warning to any who dared to stand in their way. This was not just an execution, it was an act of sheer barbarism, a slow and deliberate display of suffering. The burning iron rods, pressed against his flesh, symbolized the fiery greed that consumed his enemies, the very flames of ambition that ultimately led to their own downfall. The emperor was once a celebrated leader, ascending to the throne through a mix of political cunning, strategic marriages, and military victories. His rule was marked by prosperity, yet also by division. As he solidified his power, making bold reforms and suppressing rebellion, his enemies multiplied. These were not foreign invaders, but members of his own court, trusted advisors, powerful nobles, and even members of his own family. At first, the opposition was subtle. Whispers of discontent circulated in dark corridors, alliances were formed in secret chambers, and gold changed hands to fund an insurrection. These men, blinded by greed, saw the emperor not as a protector of the empire, but as an obstacle standing in the way of their ambitions. The emperor, though aware of some plots, underestimated the extent of the treachery around him. He believed in loyalty, convinced that his achievements would solidify his rule. But power breeds envy, and soon, the conspirators would strike. One fateful night, the emperor was lured into a false sense of security. A banquet was held in his honor, an event attended by the very men who had secretly orchestrated his downfall. Wine flowed freely, toasts were made, and laughter filled the air, but beneath the surface, treachery lurked. As the emperor sat at the head of the table, his fate was sealed. At a prearranged signal, armed guards, bribed and loyal to the conspirators, stormed into the hall. The emperor's personal guards were taken by surprise, slaughtered before they could react. The ruler himself was dragged from his throne, his hands bound in chains. The conspirators wasted no time in declaring him a tyrant, a ruler unworthy of the throne. They fabricated accusations of corruption, cruelty, and betrayal, ironic, given their own intentions. A mock trial was held, a mere formality, for his fate had already been decided. But execution by the sword or the noose was too swift, too merciful. No, his enemies wanted something far more agonizing. They wanted him to suffer. The emperor was stripped of his royal garments and paraded through the streets as a